Hello everyone, and welcome to another beer review. Just before I press record here, I didn't really know much about this, and I started to kind of read the little label on the neck, and then suddenly my heart kind of went, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Seriously. I might be wrong, and I hope I am, because like I've always said, is I don't want a beer to be bad. I've paid the money. I want it to be good. I want to be able to enjoy it. I want to be able to say, yep, that was a nice beer, and I'm glad I bought it. And well done to the brewery and everything else. That's what I actually want to say every bloody episode. Unfortunately, it's not quite happening. So apparently, this is the Cheshire chocolate porter. Right. Now, what kind of got me kind of my heart sinking kind of feeling was it says is based on the original recipe from 1899, created with the collaboration of renowned chocolatier Simon Dunn. Full bodied with ripe malt and velvet smooth chocolate taste. So, yes, it's a Cheshire chocolate porter and it's brewed by Frederick Robinson Limited at the Unicorn Brewery, Stockport. And it's specially brewed for Marks and Spencer's, apparently. And please, that bloody label's come off of the back of it now as well. Jesus God, here we go. So it's 6%. So it is 6%, and ingredients is water, malted barley, contains gluten, glucose syrup. Ah, for fuck's sake, seriously. Wheat contains gluten, hops, chocolate flavouring. Ah, Jesus fuck. Carbon dioxide and yeast. Jeez. About this beer. This chocolate porter was created by Frederick Robinson using an original recipe first brewed in 1899 with the collaboration of renowned chocolatier Simon Dunn. But the problem is, guaranteed in 1899 they weren't using fucking chocolate flavouring. And they certainly wasn't using glucose syrup either. Seriously. Is there any pairing notes? Might as well fucking go the full hog and piss me off. Oh, it's probably great with I don't know, some sort of fucking chocolate truffle or some shit like that, or fucking Thornton's caramel or some shit like that. Christ, fuck's sake. Anyway, it's chanking by the way. Let's crack it open and see what these chocolate flavours are like. Fucking glucose syrup, for fuck's sake. Seriously, if you want to get my fucking hackles up. Dirty bastard. So there. What's that doing there? There we go. It's not whatnot, as I say. Right, let's get this poured. God, it's cold. These bottles and glasses are freezing. That's why I'm wearing this stupid jumper. It's not a Christmas jumper yet. I will bring them out. These are my Scandinavian jumper. George, it's bloody getting cold, by the way. Oof. Right, for people in the podcast, fucking hell. Right, well, I can see through it, and it's kind of slightly kind of not even ruby. It's not even as dark as a ruby. It's kind of a slightly kind of a light kind of ruby or very very dark kind of red. Yeah, but it's not very dark at all. Seriously, Christ, my God. Um, Head wise, well, maybe about half finger, but it's one of the prawn cracker heads, so it dissipates almost instantly. And I'll be totally honest, it doesn't look anything like a porter in any way, shape, or form, with the way it poured, the colour of the head, because the head is way too light for a porter. It's, the whole colour is too light for a porter. It's transparent. I can see through it. I can see my fingers through it. It's just very strange. Smell wise, sugar. I can smell sweetness. Sweet. Not even kind of malty sweet. It's just sweet. And that's all I can smell. It's sweetness. It's kind of slightly candy smells. Kind of, syrupy kind of candy smells. Right. Oh, Christ. Did I do? I did do that, didn't I? Yeah. Just try to make out. There we go. That will look appetizing on Instagram. It looks so shit, the beer, that I'll probably get loads of requests from freaks. Be my pal. Fuck off. Do you know the first thoughts is, now I don't know if you know this, but there's this type of drink that you get in Scotland. You might get it in the north of England, but you certainly don't get it in the south because they're too sophisticated, down in the south, yes. Yes, and no, you get this what we call red cola in Scotland, and this sort of reminds me of it. It's got the accents of red cola meets Boneville chocolate from Cadbury's, and trust me, that's not a good combination. Jesus Christ. Right. Well, at least it's not overly. Well, there's a decent level of sweetness, but it's not. Well, I'm saying it's not overly sweet. Flavors I'm getting initially is sweetness, vanilla, and kind of slightly bitterish chocolate. And fuck me, seriously, M&S. I was actually quite funny. I was actually stuck behind a lorry, and it was an M&S food lorry. It says that this isn't just any old food. This is M&S, and it was ... And the first thing that came to mind was, no, this isn't just any old food. This is Mark's M&S heavily processed food. You know what I mean? And that's what this tastes of. It's an abomination. It says it's heavily processed pish. Porter my arse, really. It's got this sweetness, but without the malt. I mean, it really is. It's devoid of malt flavours, devoid of grain flavours. So fuck knows what recipe Robinsons were basically doing. But in 1899, I very much doubt they were basically making beers with no malt flavours and no fucking grain flavours for a start. What fucking arseholes. I'm getting this really strange kind of chocolate flavour and a kind of bitterness that doesn't seem to be connected to it, but it's not a kind of bitterness as in bitterness, it's just a slightly kind of sour, kind of ever so slight kind of sour accent at the back of this kind of, and it does feel like a kind of a, no, it reminds me of the chocolate flavour is kind of like, it's like that chocolate coating you get in Penguin biscuits. Or if you're in Australia, Tim Tams. So yeah. No, seriously, that's just shit. I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck they were trying to make with that, but they can fucking keep it. Seriously. Right. Flavours, what would I give it? Well, flavours wise, right. You get this really strange kind of sweetness at the front of the mouth with very little malt flavours and basically no grain flavours at all. So you have this kind of sweetness and kind of strange kind of flavour, which I think is maybe part of the chocolate flavouring at the front of the mouth, but doesn't really taste the chocolate. But it's just kind of slightly, it just feels like slightly candyish and slightly fruitish. It's almost like kind of bubble gum to start with. Hence why I'm getting the kind of red cola kind of vibes. And yeah, it just, front of the mouth just tastes synthetic. Move on to the mid tongue and it gets fucking worse because you start getting this strange kind of chocolate flavour. And initially with the first thing you're thinking, well, maybe it's more of a dark chocolate like Boneville. But then you've had a couple of sips and your mouth becomes acclimatised and it tastes more like a kind of chocolate flavouring coating that you would get on, say, the likes of Penguin, with this kind of strange kind of sourness, behind it that is supposed to be connected to it, but just it's just no. And then it just kind of moves on to the aftertaste where just everything just kind of, thankfully, just fucks off and ends quite quickly. I wouldn't even say dissipates. It's just like the torture stops as quick as it began. And yeah, oh God, out of 10, what would I give it? Jesus. Right, it's not a beer. It really isn't a beer. It's some sort of manufactured concoction. It is. It's like a shit cocktail, really, to be totally honest. And it's got God knows what shit in it, but I'm telling you, it's just, it doesn't really have malt in it. It doesn't really have grain in it. It's just a horribly manufactured beer. What would I give it out of 10? Well, I can reuse a bottle and it's quite good. So one of the labels has already come off, so it makes it easier for me to get the other labels off to use for home brewing. So I'll give it a point for that. Thank you very much for the donation of the bottle. I just wish you'd kept the fucking contents to yourself. Yeah. 1 out of 10. It's not a porter, doesn't look like a porter, doesn't taste like a porter. It's just synthetic crap. So there you go. So anyway, it's 6%, 500 ml. God knows what it costs. I'll put all that bollocks down below. But anyway, 1 out of 10. Don't bother. If you ever see it, avoid. Thanks for watching. Cheers. And bye for now. What a load of piss.